Nothing in this room is broken. Nothing is wrong with it. And yet, most of what you see here won't still be here in 5 years. Not because it wore out, not because it stopped working, but because it stopped feeling right. Modern homes are more decorated than ever, but somehow they've never felt more temporary. We keep replacing things that are still perfectly fine, which makes me wonder, why does modern decor expire so quickly? When our mothers and grandmothers lived with the same pieces for decades, why, in a world obsessed with newness, are more people than ever choosing vintage? Now, this video today is something I've been thinking about for a long time, and I finally dug into some numbers, and they were pretty encouraging. Hi, I'm Carol. Today, I want to explore something I've been thinking about for a long time. Now, the resale / secondhand furniture and homeware market is growing fast. Look at this chart. Grand View Research reports that the global secondhand furniture market, which does include vintage and pre-owned decor, was worth about $34 billion in 2023. And it is projected to grow to around $56 billion by 2030. Now, Future Market Insights reports that the broader secondhand homeware market, furniture plus decor plus kitchenware plus textiles, is also projected to grow from about $31.5 billion in 2025 to nearly $54 billion by 2035. This tells us something important about where buyer interest is heading. And look at this. Consumer behavior supports more people buying pre-owned and vintage. A survey from PR Newswire indicated that 60% of U.S. consumers regularly buy vintage items, showing widespread interest across age groups, believe it or not. And Future Market Insights reports that research also shows that Gen Z and younger consumers are especially interested in secondhand goods, often for sustainability and unique style. And up to 83% of Gen Z report purchasing or interest in purchasing secondhand products. And just think about it, because before we had the internet, we could basically only get vintage and antiques from any of about 5 sources: families, garage sales, estate sales, antique stores, and those old classified ads in the newspaper, maybe in a magazine. But today there are countless online platforms that are booming where we can shop and buy vintage at the click of a button. And as a personal story, I just thought about this when I was making this video. When I was a teenager, I used to dust and clean my uncle's antique store on Saturdays. I thought he was so odd to be trying to sell all of that really old stuff, and he had really old antiques in his shop. It was the only antique store I ever even knew existed back then. So fast forward to today, where there are antique malls and shops in nearly every town. It's more available and people are buying it. So why do objects that are older often feel more permanent than the ones we just bought last month? Now, here are a couple examples. Here is a photo of 2 of my mom's siblings, her youngest sister and her brother, in my grandmother's living/TV room back in the 1960s. That grandfather clock that was made by my grandfather now sits in my living room. You may have noticed it behind me in a couple of my early videos that I made in Michigan, where I was taping in my living room. And here is a photo of relatives from my dad's side of the family seated by a table that was an antique back then when my grandparents refinished it in the 1950s. They used it for their dining room table. Today, it sits in my family room. These are two pieces of furniture that mean a lot to me, and I am going to make sure that they get passed down to a grandchild who will appreciate and take care of them long after I'm gone too. Now, on the flip side, modern decor is priced to be replaced almost like anything else you buy modern: washing machines, refrigerators, whatever. They're not meant to be repaired. You can't even refinish modern furniture because most of it isn't even made from solid wood. When something doesn't cost much to acquire in terms of money or time, you don't fix it, you don't adapt it, you don't reimagine it, you get rid of it. Here's a great example of cheap decor that is easily replaceable. I don't think that any of these will be getting passed down in anyone's family. They look nice now, but I question whether anyone would want them 5 or 10 years from now. And somehow these just don't look like something that will be treasured as vintage in 20 years. Modern decor is built for fast turnover, quick manufacturing, quick shipping, quick styling, often you're told how to style it even, and quick replacement. Both of these tablescapes that I'm about to show you are technically doing the same job. They're both meant to make a table feel finished. They're both meant to create a mood. But they're built on completely different assumptions. Now this one is designed to look good right now. The candles are kind of generic looking, the tray is neutral, the beads are mass produced. None of it's really bad, but none of it is meant to last. It's decor you don't feel guilty about replacing. In fact, you're almost expected to replace it. Now look at this table. This looks like a table my mom would have set. The silver tray isn't just an accent, it's an object. It has weight. It has craftsmanship. It has to be polished, stored, and cared for. If this is your tray, you don't just put out money for it. You have your time and part of yourself invested in it as well. The crystal glasses aren't seasonal. They don't match a trend cycle. They kind of exist outside of decor fashion. These are the kinds of things our mothers and grandmothers used for decades, not because they were trying to be nostalgic, but because the pieces were substantial. One table is styled, the other is lived with. But when something is meant to be kept, it's more likely to become something worth passing down. Even when modern decor is well made, it's rarely built with the assumption that it's going to stay with you for decades. I'd love to see you comment below because I'm really interested in finding out what do you think are the modern decor items from today that people will be seeking out as vintage 20 years from now, and I can't wait to see what your ideas are. Now, modern trend-based decor often comes with an emotional expiration date built in. It isn't timeless. It's here today and gone tomorrow. The colors, materials, and shapes, even the names of modern items, are tied to a momentary aesthetic cycle. Once that cycle passes, the object doesn't feel neutral. It looks and it feels dated. Not broken, not ugly, just kind of out of sync. And that's an important difference because timeless objects don't announce when they were made. They don't need context to make sense, and they still feel at home in new rooms, new decades, and new lives. Modern decor is rarely allowed to age naturally. It either stays new or it becomes irrelevant. There's no in-between stage where it gathers meaning. Like this beautiful milk glass vase shown in the 50s, the 70s, and today. It still looks great. Modern objects don't have a middle life where they adapt, soften, and deepen. So when a trend passes, the object does not evolve with you. it gets left behind, which is why so many modern homes are constantly being updated and still rarely feel rooted. They look current, they look polished, they look finished, but they don't always feel settled or comfortable. Now, a room can be finished without ever feeling settled or warm or inviting. Finish means everything matches. Settled means that things have earned their place. This is my grandmother in her kitchen in the early 1990s. You can see everybody gave her magnets. But those are the original modular steel cabinets that were installed when the house was built in the 1930s. At the time, they weren't decorative or nostalgic. They were actually very modern. They were practical and they were built to last, and they did last. When a room is settled, it feels right. Vintage and antique objects that are passed down or acquired don't just fill space, they carry memory. They remind you of people, seasons, kitchens, holidays, events. That's a different feeling from something that arrived perfect last week in a box from Amazon or in a bag from Home Goods. Modern decor often comes in match sets that are pre-styled, already telling you how it should be used. It requires no time, no relationship. You don't grow into it, you just buy it, place it somewhere in your home. There's no relationship to form, no evolution, nothing to discover over time, and because of that, it's often bought on impulse. I cannot tell you how many times I've been to our local home goods store to pick up an accent pillow or a new bedside lamp and seen people with whole carts full of decor at one time. And when I ask them what they're doing with all that stuff, they say, well, I'm redecorating my house with it. All at one time. All the same stuff. Once the novelty fades, it has nothing left to offer. Even when modern decor looks good, it often feels physically light, hollow, thin, temporary. Heavy things feel worth keeping. Light things feel replaceable. This, by the way, is one of the main ways you can distinguish vintage glass from modern. Most modern glass decor, often mass-produced, is lightweight and non-substantial, whereas vintage glass, especially from places known for quality craftsmanship, feels heavier, denser, more grounded in your hand. The physical weight creates a different kind of attachment, I think. Most modern objects weren't chosen slowly. They weren't inherited, they weren't gifted meaningfully, and they weren't part of any story. So when they leave, nothing is really lost emotionally. And folks, that's the definition of being disposable. Just think about how hard it is for you to part with your grandma's china or your mom's sterling silver candlestick holders. I've heard so many people say, my kids don't want my good dishes, but I can't bear to just donate them. And by the way, I think that attitude from younger people that we saw with millennials is changing very much with the Gen Z kids, because the younger people that I've seen over the last few years have been starting to collect. Think back to those charts I showed you earlier in the video. Now, my Michigan home is literally filled with meaningful pieces that were passed down to me, and of course, lots of vintage pieces that I have acquired for myself over the years. Modern decor also markets itself as you, your style, your vibe, your personality. But millions of people bought that same thing last month. And when an object doesn't feel unique, it is easier to let go of. My grandmother, who I showed you earlier in her kitchen, lived in the same house that my grandpa built for over 60 years. And besides just a few pieces she replaced because they were worn out, she had the same furniture all my life. She wasn't stuck, and she wasn't restless. In fact, as she grew older in that house, those objects seemed to become even more special to her. We associate change with improvement, even when nothing is actually wrong. New things temporarily relieve the feeling that something is missing. Modern decor often solves a surface problem. I'm tired of how this looks. It rarely answers the deeper one. Does this really reflect who I am? Boredom is temporary. Identity is not. And objects chosen to cure boredom are always short-lived. And I don't think most people are really chasing modern trends. I think they're chasing a sense of permanence. They want objects that don't need replacing every few years, objects that feel anchored and grow more meaningful over time instead of less meaningful. I think a lot of people are realizing that constantly changing their surroundings doesn't actually make life feel more interesting. It often just makes it feel more unsettled. When everything is temporary, nothing really gets the chance to matter. But when something stays with you through different seasons, different stages, even different versions of yourself, it stops being just decor. It's not about recreating the past. It's about grounding the present. It's about why I think vintage still belongs in modern homes today.